On this edition of Shelby This Week, new faces on the board. Now that elections are over, we'll take you to the swearing-in ceremony of the Township's board and the newly elected officials that we'll call our trustees for the next few years. Charlie, what do you have for us this week?
A popular photojournalism project comes to Macomb County.
He said, no, there's something about you that I want to interview.
Why they're here next.
And it's a political topic that's made headlines since November 8th, the Electoral College. Now, whether you like it or not, one of our own has been chosen to serve as an elector. We'll tell you who and what his or her duties may be in the coming months. All of these stories, plus many more, right now. For the next few years, Shelby Township fate is in their hands, and they're starting right now.
I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the State of Michigan.
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
And that I will faithfully perform the duties of
and I will faithfully perform the duties of
the office of, please state your office.
trustee, clerk, supervisor, treasurer,
Trustee.
To the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, everybody.
With their families there to watch, the Township Board took part in the swearing-in ceremony. And it wasn't just the new members to the board. Trustees Lynn Wilhelm, Vince Viviano, and John Vermeulen. Incumbent trustee who won his seat back, Doug Wozniak, was there as well, along with Supervisor Rick Stathakis, Treasurer Michael Flynn, and Clerk Stanley Grote. And Shelby This Week will be talking with the trustee members in a roundtable about their goals for office in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. And while new people come onto Shelby Township's board, one township employee has been elected to a state one. The township's deputy clerk, Brian Fairbrother, has been elected to serve as one of 16 Michigan electors in the Electoral College. Each state will call their electors, including Fairbrother, to the Capitol, where the governor will preside over them and officially cast their two votes, one for the office of president and the other for the office of vice president. We'll be there next month when Fairbrother heads to Lansing. A popular photojournalism project comes to Macomb County, promising to explore the lives of America's white working class. Charlie Cadato tracks down one of the stories and explains why all of the eyes are on Macomb. Charlie?
Kelly, the project is called Humans of New York. It's a popular page online with more than 18 million Facebook likes. The founder says this project aims to take us into the lives of ordinary blue-collar Americans. So here's how this works. The photographer who runs the page meets average people, photographs them, and then shares their story on Facebook. And there are quite a few photos gaining traction here, including this one. 13,000 shares and 150,000 likes. And there's quite the story behind this photo. It was a regular day at Danny J's in downtown Utica. Gina Wally was bartending when a unique customer walked in with a backpack.
We talked about the menu and what's good here, and this place is really beautiful. Like, that's exactly what he said.
What she didn't know is who he really is. Brandon Stanton is a photographer. He photographs ordinary people with extraordinary stories. Anyone from struggling refugees to kids with something to say.
We just started talking, and then before he was about to leave, he walked up to me and asked me if he would interview me.
Gina thought it was for a school newspaper or a local project. Brandon asked the question he asks everyone he meets. What's your story?
And I told him I really don't have one, and I'm not the interview type, and I don't want to be interviewed. And we started laughing, and he said, no, there's something about you that I want to interview.
And so their conversation began.
He wanted to know about me and what I like to do besides obviously bartending. And I told him that I like to sing.
Gina's mom died of lung cancer on her 16th birthday. Her death left a scar on Gina's love for singing. So she stopped. It's a story she rarely tells anyone.
She's kind of private, and I know she gets emotional about it. Gina will talk to you and share things when she's, real comfortable or when she wants to, so I didn't push.
Today, as Gina looks at the thousands of comments, likes, and messages of support,
43,962 likes.
She can't help but wonder what her mom would think.
She would probably tell me to keep singing.
Are you glad you did this?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps Brandon walked into the right place at the right time.
It was pretty shocking. It really was, for him to pick me, you know? He said he interviews a lot of people daily and he only picks certain ones, and I was one of them.
Hey, well, it certainly shows you how sometimes things can happen for a reason, and we thank Gina for sharing her story with us.
The students suspected of creating a hit list at a Washington Township school are cooperating with a police investigation. The hit list was found last week on a computer at Powell Middle School. Police say it was on a student-created website suggesting harm to other students, celebrities, and politicians. That student had help from 2 others as well. No arrests have been made, and there's been no word on whether those students will see suspensions. Detectives with the Macomb Area Computer Enforcement Team will continue to investigate the validity of the threats. A trip down memory lane turned into an arrest when 2 men decided to stroll through Epler Junior High School. It happened last month when the 2 guys, one from Shelby and the other from Sterling Heights, walked from Hogs Hollow Smokehouse near Cass Avenue and Auburn Road to the junior high near Brownell and McClellan Streets. Police were called when a motion alarm was triggered. The 22-year-olds, who are alumni of the school, say they were walking by and saw one of the commercial doors open. Police arrested them, but because nothing was removed or damaged inside the school, they're facing a misdemeanor of entry without permission. That carries a penalty of 93 days in jail or a $500 fine. A Shelby Township man is embroiled with lawsuits after several people made the claim they fell for his multi-million-dollar scheme. Lawsuits say Gino Acetola was the mastermind behind a big scheme. They claimed he created a construction company and offered interest and payments to people who agreed to finance and invest in his construction projects. He allegedly showed clients contracts to be with Moyler Aerospace in Wixom, but the company says it has no record of working with Acetola. The lawsuit filed says 11 plaintiffs lost a total of more than $3.7 million to him. Acetola once served time for taking money under false pretenses. And county officials are reassuring residents there's no health issues concerning the drinking water in Macomb. This comes after the mayor of Warren, Jim Fouts, posted to social media saying we could see a mini version of the Flint water crisis. The post was made earlier this month saying there was a developing situation going on in terms of an environmental scandal. County Executive Mark Hackle held a press conference hours later saying he's disappointed that a public official would create that kind of hysteria and would exploit the Flint water crisis. Hackle was joined by Bill Rodella from the Health Department. He said he reached out to the Water Department and the Great Lakes Water Authority, and there's nothing wrong with the water. Since then, Fouts has backed down with another Facebook post saying the issue he is aware of is not as widespread as he thought. We have yet to find out what exact situation Fouts is referring to. Our township has seen many accolades, and as efforts continue to go green with recycling programs and planning initiatives, Nick Buckler tells us why Shelby Township is going blue.
The Clinton River is a valuable landmark Shelby Township is proud to have flow through their community. And now, the community has become a water town.
Water Towns is our initiative to get cities and communities in the watershed to focus on the river and for community development and economic development.
The Clinton River Watershed Council makes it a point to make the river safer and easier to access for those residents who wish to do so.
We're just very excited the Shelby Township Board has approved the resolution. We're excited to be on board with the Clinton River Watershed Council. In Shelby Township here with the Clinton River running right through Riverbends Park and the amount of beautiful parkland we have along with the Clinton River and the amount of users that are now using it, we felt it was the right time to join this and become a water town.
The Watershed Council is working on the planning and design of some state-of-the-art, universally accessible kayak launches to come to Shelby Township in the coming years. For more information, you can visit www.crwc.org. For Shelby This Week, I'm Nick Buckler.
It's finally official. The 41A District Court is moving from the community center, and the final vote was cast at the last township meeting.
After a very long time, I am very happy to concur with the recommendation of the Community Center Advisory Board to design and construct a modest new 41A District Court building on the municipal campus grounds, including site improvements at a cost not to exceed $4,500,000.
The motion also authorized the companies Anderson, Eckstein, Westrick, and Fazil Khan to prepare construction drawings for the building and site improvements to be made. Those improvements will be brought before the next Board of Trustees for review and approval. This plan will not have any interest or borrowing of any money. The court is moving to the municipal grounds next to the police station. Still ahead on Shelby this week, this holiday season, shop local. We'll tell you how Macomb County is making shopping locally easier for you. And you probably can look around the room right now and find a few things that you have no idea how they're made. We'll tell you about one that may blow your mind next.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
A new county project is based around the belief that trees do more than improve the aesthetic of a community, but also add to the quality of living. If you remember back a few weeks ago, volunteers came out to plant trees and shrubs at Macomb Community College on 12 Mile. It's all part of the newly launched urban forest project to replace greenery that's cut down when developments go up. The latest planting was around the new baseball park, Jimmy John's Field in Utica. 300 trees were planted along the property and along the Clinton River to filter runoff. The Urban Forest Project will continue to look at more properties to have the opportunity to plant more trees and vegetation in the near future. A historic building is getting a brand new upgrade. Last weekend, the Packard Proving Grounds unveiled their brand new road sign. Before, the site didn't have a sign near Van Dyke. Now it has its address engraved in stone, along with a 29-inch LED screen. Residents donated more than $1,100 towards the sign, and the Shelby Community Foundation gave a grant of $500 to kick off the project. And once the money was raised in less than a year, the plans for the sign were in motion. They started putting it together about 2 weeks ago, and now it's up and running for everyone to enjoy. You're probably planning your shopping attack for Black Friday and Black Monday, but before you make any concrete spending plans, Wallet Hub surveyed thousands of deals from the biggest retailers to find out who will offer the biggest discounts. Macy's came in at number 1. The store plans to offer an average discount of 63% on Black Friday. JCPenney plans to offer discounts around 62%, and Kohl's will have discounts averaging 58%. Holiday spending is expected to reach $656 billion this year. The overall average of discounts offered on Black Friday is 39%, so retail experts say consumers should aim for this amount or higher to avoid any Black Friday traps. And Macomb County is making it easier for shoppers to support local businesses. When it comes to the number of retail industry that they employ, more than 42,000 workers, and has $2.29 billion impact on the economy. Focusing on our county, there are roughly 2,400 retailers in Macomb. Of those, 1,600 are independently owned. And what's better than shopping local? The Planning and Economic Development Department has created an online interactive resource to help you shop local. On the website and app, the interactive map displays local shops that are in your area. There are 16 categories ranging from things like furniture and clothing. You can click on the icon and it will highlight everything from the location to the hours and all the information the store has. You can find this map at makemacomyourhome.com/shop. And don't forget to shop local this holiday season. You'll probably be stuffed from Thanksgiving dinner and the leftovers that come with it. But if you're looking for something new and other than turkey, Hardee's has got you covered. The brand new Hardee's fast food restaurant has now been open in Shelby for 9 months. And what you might not know is Hardee's regularly releases creatively charged premium hamburgers that are different from your regular burger. The chain joined forces with America's leading brewer to unveil a new one this month. It's the Budweiser Beer Cheese Bacon Burger, served on a brioche-style bun. It's a grass-fed, all-natural beef patty. Piled on top of that is applewood smoked bacon, lettuce, tomato, caramelized onions, and beer cheddar cheese sauce. Yeah, that's a lot. You can find this new hamburger at the Hardee's on 23 Mile Road near M53. When we go to the store to purchase something, we pick it up, we pay for it, and then we take it home and use it. But Arthur Schenk shows us there's one item you can use and literally grow in your backyard.
Like most Americans, you're probably familiar with the vast amount of bath and beauty products that clutter up our showers and bathroom counters. From hair and body products to foot and skin treatments, it can get pretty confusing if you're not paying attention. And one thing that you might not have paid much attention to could have been this thing right here. Used to help exfoliate skin while bathing or showering, this fibrous sponge-like object is organic and is used and even sometimes eaten in many countries throughout the world. It's called a loofah, and though it may look like it belongs at the bottom of the sea, it in fact comes from dry land. Did you know that the loofah is a member of the gourd family? Yes, it's a plant. It starts out as a seed, then heartily grows in gardens, on trees, and even the ground. In some Asian cultures, it's eaten when young and tender, but wait too long, and it becomes stringy and abrasive. Let it sit on the vine until harvest time. Peel off the outer skin, remove the seeds, and thoroughly wash out excess matter. Soak in a light bleach solution, and you have your very own organic shower scrubber. Or you can just buy one at the store, as they are pretty cheap. But now you know that the loofah is a gourd.
Next on Shelby this week, get out your calendars. We've got lots of Christmas and holiday events for you and your family to enjoy. We'll tell you all about them next. Art?
The high school football championship matchups have been decided, and we'll have highlights of the battle between Eisenhower, Cass Tech, and Jack Frost coming up.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
It's been a long, successful season for the Eisenhower Eagles, and it looked like they were going to the championship game. But in those final seconds, playoff dreams were shattered. Despite the loss, the Eagles played a good game, and here are the highlights.
The first winter weather of the year welcomed the Eisenhower Eagles and the Cass Tech Technicians in the Division I semifinal at Troy Athens High School. And the Eagles got on the board with this 4-yard run from Max Whitwer, which gave Ike the early 7-0 lead. Cass Tech got on the board with a 34-yard field goal from Louis Boras, making it 7-3. An interception by Henry Janeway set up this next score for Ike. Max Whitwer to Jack Morris for a 50-yard touchdown. That made it 14-3 Eagles, and Cass Tech gets another field goal by Boras. This time 22 yards, but Ike still led, 14-6. And then the teams headed to the locker rooms for the half. Cass Tech scored a touchdown early in the third, quarterback Rodney Hall for 11 yards with the run. But the Eagles led in the early part of the fourth quarter, thanks to Max Whitwer's 44-yard passing touchdown to Jack Preventure, which made it 28-19 Ike. Cass Tech's Mangham would score on a plunge from the 1, but a blocked extra point kept the Eagles up 28-25. And with 28 seconds left, Hall hits an outstretched Donovan Peoples-Jones for the touchdown and eventually the victory. 32-28 over the Eisenhower Eagles.
No, I thought these kids were playing tough, we were playing hard, we were playing physical, so I wasn't worried at any part of the game. I was enjoying the game. It was a really fun game to be a part of. Unfortunately, we came out on the other end.
Up next for the Cass Tech Technicians, a matchup at Ford Field with Catholic Central. Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Arthur Schenk.
A local nonprofit is bouncing back after brand new furnaces were stolen out of new homes right before the holidays. Take a look at this brand new home built by Macomb County's Habitat for Humanity. We interviewed Carol and her daughter right before they were set to move into their brand new home that was built for them by the community. 3 homes just like hers were broken into earlier this month in East Point. Furnaces were stolen from each, now delaying the move for 3 families set to move in just in time for Christmas, including a veteran. Now the organization is working to replace the loss and address an added cost.
One of the stipulations on replacing the furnaces and the hot water heaters is we have to now implement security systems into these houses.
They're added costs.
Exactly, at least until the families move in, and then they can decide whether or not they want to keep them. But when we were getting pricing on that, that's $650 more for us that we weren't accounting for.
Randazzo Heating and Cooling is stepping up to donate and replace those furnaces. Consumers Energy and prosecutor Eric Smith also donated $5,000 each to help with the cause. Now the organization is looking to move forward, especially when it comes to their volunteers.
It's really disheartening. It makes them feel like, well, now we got to start all over again. And I don't want them to feel that way. I want them to know that they are very much appreciated and their work does matter. Unfortunately, it's just, it takes one person to, rob us of all the hard work that we've done, and hopefully we can just come together as a community and, come out on top.
If you'd like to help Habitat for Humanity, just head over to macombhabitat.org. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and there are plenty of events going on around the town to celebrate the holidays. Stacy Sansatera tells us what we can expect from one of the biggest township Christmas events coming up soon.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, right? Well, maybe not exactly, but many of us are ready to welcome the holiday season. And there is no better way to do this than Shelby Township's Christmas Aglow event.
It's just a kickoff of the holiday season for everyone, and of course it always tops it off being able to visit with Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Merry Christmas! And though Santa is the man of the hour, this free family event offers so much more.
It's a nice family event for everyone to come out, and we have hot cocoa and we have hot dogs and cookies, some refreshments. We have crafts for the kids. We have a bunch of fun family things for everyone to be able to come out and do.
Hi, Santa.
This event, which is sponsored by Christian Financial Credit Union, is an open invitation for all.
Tell your neighbor or tell somebody at work that you know about it so they can come out and enjoy it as well.
Be sure to save the date, Thursday, December 1st at 7 p.m. The municipal grounds will be transformed to capture the spirit of a magical Christmas. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
And there's plenty more, so get out your calendars and get to marking them. Breakfast with Santa will be held at the Community Center on Saturday, December 3rd. A more formal event, Dinner and Dancing with Santa, will be at Cherry Creek on Thursday, December 8th. And the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center will be hosting a couple of events. Pioneer Christmas will be on Saturday the 3rd and Sunday the 4th. And kids can meet Santa Claus on Sunday, December 10th. For this list and more information on each event, head over to shelbytv.org. And that's it for us here at Shelby This Week. You can watch us all the time on shelbytv.org. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. You'll find all of this information plus much more right there. And now we'll leave you with scenes from the swearing-in ceremony at Shelby Township. From all of us here at Shelby TV, have a happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for watching.